a lot of words to say. It was bland.
Excuse me, Mike Synofix. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
See you inside, Mike Synofix.
No, you didn't.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered from yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Wow, that's that book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire. But I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to figure out.
You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page.
I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I could scrub out Colonel Sanders,
No!
it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way drastic! Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic, like tie a string around your finger or something?
What?
Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. Pretty good excuse to try it out.
Do we cast it or don't?
Cast the forbidden spell!
No, there's no
Cast
way.
the forbidden spell!
There's no way I'm forgetting.
Cast the forbidden spell!
Blah, blah, blah. Oh.
What happened?
Cast it.
Blah 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 happened.
Blah, blah, blah. Is it just gonna keep...
Oh.
Yeah.
I won't even let you do it.
What?
It's almost time for class.
I'm confused. What happened?
Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the student.
You kept forgetting you did the spell.
He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly.
He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework for snacks? Or dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens.
Wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is suddenly deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs into the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence.
Whoops. Sorry. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again.
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence felt not only by Terrence, but of any other squirrels within hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone.
I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Miss Synofix, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see...
But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the classroom.
Sprinkles interrupted.
I told you, save it for after class.
Bzz, bzz.
You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no! You had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan! JJ forever! Watch us form a triangle in mid-air as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know?
Bzz, bzz.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date.
Beep, or...
Then take Jeff and Lone with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care.
Beep.
That wasn't sad enough. Do that again.
I can't do a sadder beep.
Beep.
There we go.
Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of his gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Zzz.
No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that. Clank!
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it is entirely clear where it came from.
In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks, okay.
Clank slowly rolls out of his classroom to be alone. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that thing just happen. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam.
Trademark.
Trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey, Miriam. Are you okay?
Okay? I'm so mad I could smash every special tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor! How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it loud. You don't need anyone.
That was so loud.
No, just saying it out loud, idiot. Me? Oh wait, I said that. Whoops. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final exam and hit the carpool lane to Success City.
Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
I don't know, maybe. Of course not! Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a big ranch enough for the both of us and whoever else you want to bring along. It's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year. So what? You're a special person. You shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow.
Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for the day. I'm going to make a very special, very, very, very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it with that overdramatic soup.
While you're prepping Miriam, you completely miss lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend that time before your exam anyway. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off Van Van, the supposed Man-Man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Mix Synofix's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you. and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
Oh.
Next sign effects, what are you doing here? It's so time before the final exam.
Oh, just, taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you.
Ooh.
I say fess up.
Fess up, 100%.
Fess up.
Ah, okay, you got me.
Oh.
I'm doing a little bit more than, just visualizing.
I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
Dang, did he measure that?
That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
You knew it was just a pot pie from just a smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with no butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with the heaping help of TLC. But it'll probably stop burning any second if you don't pull it out.
What's TLC?
The channel?
I know what it's used for now. I don't know what they're trying to say, because that's the learning channel.
Yeah.
With TLC, it's not like THC, right? Like,
No, it's definitely not.
Maybe she took off the recipe from the channel?
I think he's just saying you did it, your own way. The moment of truth.
Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day.
There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've already been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big on going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something on his perfect recipe, his original recipe, trademarked fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action.
Hey, we can't get copyright claim now.
Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as he levitates through the air.
Egg wash!
Miriam furiously injects ingredients in a tiny itty-bitty pot of broth.
best friend, Beaster Blaster!
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roll!
Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula.
Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique!
He actually talks?
Wait, what did Clank learn? Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English?
It's the singularity, as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
Self-dest... Van quickly unplugs Clink and rolls him out under the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got your own book, and you're desperate, and you are desperate not. Oh, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. You should take the opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic.
Do it the hard way.
Yeah,
Do it the hard way.
That's what Colonel Sander wants.
Who needs magic when you've got passion?
I'm gonna do it the hard way.
Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room.
Ooh.
I believe in you, Synofix.
Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Synofix, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever!
You turn and notice that Miriam is also at your station cheering for you.
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but...
Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into the boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient!
Come!